Hello beautiful people, welcome to my channel. My name is Teresa and I'm your cruise director on the Magical Mystery Tour. Today I've got a heap of new stuff, all affordable, I believe. We're going to try it on, see how it works, but before we do, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, ring the notification bell to be alerted to any new uploads, and if you like this video at the end, please give it a big thumbs up. Let's get to it. Okay, so there are a few products that aren't new, and I don't think I have a complete full face. So what I've done is grabbed a couple of things just in case. So first up, I have the new Maybelline Grippy Serum Primer. This has got niacinamide in it, 2% niacinamide. It's a part of those products that are, you know, multi-purpose, multi-use. Now, it's got a little bit of, you can see that little bit of pearlescence happening in it. I'm going to give it a shake up. I'm not a huge lover of grippy primers, so this will be interesting. It's a serum. So it comes out like a fat, it's like a really fat water. It doesn't immediately have tack as I'm rubbing it in. So I'm assuming that it will develop as it starts to dry down, like once it's been on the skin a little bit. I did put on a little bit of an illuminating base, the Covergirl Skin Enhancer underneath. That's not new. I do believe I have used that on here. As per usual, everything will be listed below. So letting that, let's see how good she is. Give it a few seconds while we are waiting for that to happen. What I'm going to do is my brows, because I don't have a new brow product. Right as that has been air drying while I've been doing my brows, I can feel it getting sticky, and my hands are feeling sticky. Can you tell? Like, I've got another primer. I'm not using that today. People have been sticking things to their face. I've done that in another video. Oh, what's that? I think to get the amount of stick that people have been using where they're sticking these products to their face, they're going to have used an absolute truckload, but like, it's tacky. But it's not as tacky as they're making it out, so don't fall into the hype. No, you can see it's a little bit, I don't think it's as tacky as other products on the market, just saying. Next up, I have the Maybelline Lifter Stix, which is a multi-use complexion product. I did get two shades, so one I can use as a bronzer, one as I can use as the rest. I got, let's see, I can't read the numbers, I got the shade, no, it's too blurry. I want to say 20, but it could be 220. No, I got the shade 20 and the shade 65. Now this says to use it, you can use to highlight, bronze, you can use it as a complete complexion product, so which is what we're doing. I'm not sure if it's going to work as a concealer, so I did grab a concealer just in case. So this is it. I don't know what the coverage is going to be like that. I am going to blend it out with a brush. Let's just put this all over the face to start with. And I've picked up Lavish, they're called. They're in Big W. Some makeup brushes. There's 4 in this set. There's a powder, a foundation, a precise blender, and a shader brush. These were under $20. We'll see if they're any good. Great little travel case for them. How the hell does that open? Oh, arthritic hands, let me tell you. Okay, so they are in a little cardboard stand. So this is more a flatter foundation brush, which will be fine. Let's start to blend that out and see what we think, shall we? Because they say you can build it up where you need to conceal. And just where you want coverage. So I'm going to take this right up under the eyes and hope that I'm not going to want concealer. I probably still would have preferred something to even out under the eyes a little bit. And you can tell my voice is still like, I don't know, has anyone had the influenza or RSV or even COVID this year? Because it's taking me a while to recover, certainly vocally wise. Okay, I don't mind that coverage. That's a pretty natural, like, it's sort of satiny. Like you can see there's glow there, and it's not heavy. Certainly not a heavy full coverage, but it's given me a nice even complexion. Just doing a little bit more in this eye area. A little bit on the chin. Just bring that blend down a little bit. That's pretty good colour for me. You can see my pigmentation still coming through here. And right. Now, because I haven't used this primer before, we'll give this another go without that primer and using just my normal ones. This is sort of like a balm stick, right? But it's a lot lighter weight, I think, than like the ABH. That's just the balm stick of that. That's one of the worst products I've ever tried. Quite like that. Going in now with the 65 shade to use as my bronzer. Okay. Let's hope this is not too warm and I can get away with it. Right, let's see, shall we, how this blends. So using my trusty Flower, what was their foundation brush, I think it is. I've always used this as my bronzer brush, and I do still have a few because Flower Beauty is really hard to get in Australia now, and I'm going to be devastated when these brushes die, because they are perfect for stamping out cream bronzer. That's really warm. I would have preferred it to be more neutral, for sure. But that being said, like, this could be perfect. You don't have to use it as a bronzer. This would be the perfect shade possibly for somebody else, because I am on the pasty end of the scale as far as I don't have a huge amount of melanin in me. We all know that. But she's definitely warm. It blends, but again, yeah, it's very warm. Have I got a new powder bronzer? No. So I'm just bringing this in a little. Just around the edges. Look, she's workable. Oh, something in my eye. It's not my favourite undertone, but it may come together when I do my eye look. What I will do now, do I want to set this down? I'm going to just set it down lightly. I'll set down my T-zone. No, I won't. I'll wait a second. I've picked up this Maybelline Colour Tattoo pencil. Now there are multiple shades in this. Oh my gosh, there is something in my eye. So this is the Maybelline, sorry, I just spent 5 minutes wrestling off the packaging on this, the plastic. This is a Maybelline Colour Tattoo 24-hour eye stick. Now this is matte, it's the shade I Am Confident. It's a crayon, comes with a sharpener in the end. Pulling off that sharpener has pulled out the eyeshadow. Let's see, there is a good amount there, but that was broken. Well, that's a pain in the ass. Let's see how we go. I've wound that back down. I'm going to use this because you can use it. It comes in matte, and I think there's some shimmer shades possibly, but this they say you can use as an eye primer. So we're going to give, oh my God, we're wanting to give it a go, but because it's broken, far out, I can't even put it at an angle, so I'm going to have to wear it flat. That's darn annoying. It feels very creamy. Now, we know that I love my paint pots, right? And this is close to the shade Soft Ochre. It feels a lot more emollient, which concerns me that there will be movement in it. It's meant to dry down, and I hope that is the case. I'm going to blend this out. But if you're using a creamy crayon, obviously you want that movement in it to be able to blend it out and then to see if it's going to dry down. I really like that. Like, that's a really great shade. And it might be like, it's not giving you anything. For me, it's giving me primer, right? But it's not. Be gentle with it because it's broken. I'm putting a bit more on because I'm seeing a lot of skin through it. And what I like about the paint pot is because I'm older and a lot more veins become visible on my eyelid. And if you're wearing not a lot of eyeshadow, or one that isn't super thick in opacity, you can get discoloration showing through. But that's a really good shade. It feels like it's drying down. I am going to just set my T-zone and my eyes in any case with a bit of powder. So grabbing this powder brush, I really like this brush, like just the feel of it straight away. So, tapping that area. So like I said, just setting the T-zone down. I will go underneath my chin. I don't really, and just underneath the bronzer. I'm not going to set this bronzer. If I'm going to set it, if I do decide to set it after, I'll set it with a powder bronzer. But certainly just setting down this area because I have got a liquid product that I want to put on for blush. Let's go in. I've used other shades of this. I haven't used this particular shade. This is the Lumi blush in the shade. Thank God you guys understand. Glowy 640 Glowy Rouge Paris. She's red, which makes me nervous. Okay, and I don't normally do this. Oh, let's hope she blends out. Oh, she's very red. Again, I've picked something that's probably for people with more pigmentation than me. It's also a bit patchy. So, this is still a little bit damp from earlier use, so I'm just wiping my brush on it. Not a fan of that shade on me. So, let's just, if you don't like it, it's not that I don't like it, if I'm not happy with the blend, just tapping over the edge of that with my foundation brush. It does seem to have lifted a little bit of product underneath. I'm going on the bottom now with this, what I use to blend out my crayon. We're going to fix this. Can you say blush blindness? We're probably going to go a bit harder. Even more now. Sweet niblets. That is for people of colour for sure, not for this pasty white chickadee. So going in BYS, the whole new range has popped up at Big W. What does this look like? So this is their blush. It's a blush lighter. It's not a straight blush. Am I going from bad to worse here? Let's see. I do like this shade though. This shade looks beautiful. It is Pearl Pod Baked Blush in Grace. Wish me luck. That's a blush lighter for sure. Okay. You would not use that just all over your cheeks, surely. That's sort of spread. I mean, come on. I picked up their highlighter. I'm not going to need to use that. I think this highlighter might be shimmery too. That's a Pinky Pearl. I think that, I mean, that is beaming. I'd like to see that on its own without being over that pink. What I will do actually to try it out, I'm not going to put the highlighter here, but I will do my nose, my chin and my forehead, which makes me nervous because I don't know if you can see this. I can see the glitter. Yeah, look. Can you see that? Rightio. Not a kick up. Okay, she is pink. It's a pink pearlescent. Okay. Right. What I'm going to do before I start my eyes, I'm just going to set my face. I'm going to put just a cheap dewy fixer on it because what that is going to do, hopefully because this is a lot, is once I spray it and melt it into my skin and it dries down, it should soften this look a little bit. So I'll be right back. Okay, it's still a lot, but it is what it is. Let's see how we go. So for eyes, I'm not even going to look at the lips yet because what I was going to do was going to be a lot, I think. For eyes, I've never used ZC before. So, and I've picked up one of their little 4 Animal Quad eyeshadows. This packaging is great. Great. It's very reminiscent of Charlotte Tilbury, to be honest with you. Is this going to work? Should do. Should do. Should do. Now I have these 2 brushes. I'm going to need more than that, I think. So just going in with a fluffy brush. It is 3 mattes. Well, the brown and the cream are matte. This has the finest little sparkle in it. Then we have this shimmer. So going into the cream to start. Tap that off. And just using this sort of on the top half. Now, this is obviously very different to using my MAC paint pot. I really don't think this set down, and it's probably not going to give the thing that I love about MAC paint pot is it makes your colours stand out. That being said, this was never going to stand out because it's a cream. A cream. Same brush. No, yes. Same brush going into this peachy shade that has got that little bit of shimmer. I don't think the shimmer will translate because it is so... Oh, is that making a lie of me? I'm about to say because it's so microfine and you're blending as you go, any ones that have these teeny tiny little micro specks in them tend to dust off, and which is what I believe is happening here in any case. So while it looks pretty in the pan, that's not going to translate onto my eyes, and that's okay. I didn't buy it for that micro shimmer. In any case, I bought it for the colour story to see. And that's blending quite nice. Just dip in there one last time for this side. And so now because it's a, I think ZC might be C Beauty. So you've got your K Beauty, Korea, J Beauty, Japan, C Beauty, China. I think they did, was it ZC that did the, was it a London, I did an Old Masters or London Gallery or Tate or something like that range from memory. Okay, I quite like that. Okay, I've just cleaned off a brush. I'm going into this brown. A lot of people ask me about my brushes. They are generally just Morphe or Jessup even. I'm not a brush snob. I never have been. I'm pretty happy. People say that your brushes make a huge difference, and they may do, but if you can't do a blend, I can do a blend with a crappy brush. If you cannot blend, you cannot blend. So going into, oh yeah, now she's starting to come together. This is a really nice warm colour story. Oh, I like that. It's not too much. I've really been liking Asian Beauty eyeshadows because they tend to not be as heavily pigmented, and I've really been enjoying that. Like, don't get me wrong, we all know, I look at last week with Glaminatrix, I love a good pigmented, but when I'm going for these natural, more natural shades, whether it be warm, cool or neutral tone, but this more natural colour stories, I'm really enjoying what they are bringing to the table. And this is just showing that, like, yeah, these are nice. Using that, continuing under the eye. And they're really easy to blend. These aren't expensive. They will be linked down below. Look, don't come at me. I did a Shein order. I think I got these off She Glam. Possibly. Either there or Amazon. Look, I'm not going to buy Lancome or Givenchy because they could be fake. But these, like, I think are pretty good. Maybe Amazon. Oh, I'll find them. I'll go through my emails and find the orders. What I have done though is I'm waiting on a Yes Style order because the Colour Rose palette, that Water Ripple palette that I loved and said in my products that I just haven't been able to stop using. I found 2 more colour stories in them and they've been held up. I ordered them a few weeks back I think I got them from the Yes Styles website. They're due to arrive. Well, they should have arrived by now when this is live, because I'm filming on the weekend and they're due to arrive Monday. But not that. Just grabbing this and running back below, back into that orange. This is a really nice for. I've got another colourway of this as well too, a bit more intense. I'm going to use this flat brush to go into this shimmer first up. I reckon that I will transfer to my finger, but we'll start with this to see. Oh, that's pretty. Look at that. That's just a pretty scattering. So I'll just use the brush for one side. It's a dry brush. I haven't wet it down. And then I'll do with my finger on the other side, just so we can compare, because I reckon I will have to go back into even up using my finger. That's lovely. Okay, on the finger now. And packing that in. That is just such a nice scattered light. And honestly, there's not much. Oh yeah, I can get a bit more. I was about to say there's not much difference between using the brush, flat brush, and my finger. But now that I've gone back in, it's building up intensity. Like, can you see? This is a bit more intense on this eyelid now. That's beautiful. Where did I put the other palette? I've got so much here that I haven't used yet. I'm going to go in with this. This is the fourth brush that comes with it, the small one, just to lighten up that inner corner. Okay. This brush is really hard. Like, not a fan. Ow, scratchy. Really hard. This is fine. The other three are fine. That smaller brush though, not great. That's beautiful. Hold on one second. I just went and grabbed a couple of products because, so this is the one that I've used on my eye today. And then I also picked up this one, which is this. This is an interesting colour story in itself. In that, let me look. This is matte. These two shades here have that tiny microfine sparkle through it. And then we've got this. Oh, which is nice. That could work with that as well. I really like how that's applied. I wanted to compare it to Charlotte Tilbury. What it made me realise is that it's completely different to Pillow Talk. Like, completely different. I really like that. I really like that. That could be a new favourite. Quite possibly. Oh, what did we think? Does it look less intense? I don't know. Okay, now that's warm. I haven't used the NYX Lip IV Hydrating Lip Serum, Tinted Serum. So these are meant to come off. I grabbed the red. I was originally going to use this red. I'm not, because between that and the cheeks, I've got the shade Caramel Drip. The other shade that I had was Ready Set Weddy, which is a berry red. I'm going to try this. I am going to line my lips. Okay, very similar shade. Grab the Home Beauty liner. And because this is meant to really stain your lips, right? Let's see if that happens, because so many lip stain products out there are trash. Rolling that off my lip and going just on the edge. Let's see how this goes. That hair's really thick, right? But I do think you're meant to leave it on for a bit and then blot off. Which would probably help if I read about that. Hey, let me just double check. Okay, I've just read about this. Oh, look at that. It's all over my teeth. Jesus. It's meant to be one swipe for hydrating colour. But I put more than one swipe. It feels thick on my teeth. On my lips. It has stained them. Be interesting to see what that red did. What I'm going to do is just do a thin coat now. I'm swiping a lot off. Because it's meant to be a hydrating serum formula. That shade makes my teeth look yellow, I think. Right. NYX has not won me over on their lip products. I didn't like their duck lips. Actually, I don't mind their clicky one, but that's about it. I've had like the lip lingerie ones. They've never been outstanding formulas for me. Might be the case with this. Righty-ho, we are getting down to it. The Maybelline Colossal Bubble Mascara. Apparently this builds up your lashes in some U-Beauty formula. Just read it. It just reads like a mascara that's got this unique wand. It's a wand. I can't... It twists around a bit. Okay. Let's see if this does anything outstanding. I'm twirling my wand like it says to. And then build up. It's like, just build it up. Well, isn't that what you do? It's meant to lengthen and separate and all of that jazz. Oh, it's a nice mascara. It's nicer than a lot, but it's not earth-shattering. Certainly. Don't get me wrong. A lot of mascaras I really don't like on the first use. Sometimes their formula's too wet. And if you find that you don't like a mascara on the first use and you're thinking, oh, it's trash, I'm not going to use it again, just give it a couple of weeks because it's been exposed to air once you've used it, and maybe open it up again during the course of that week. Like open it up once or twice a week for the first couple of weeks. Don't pump it because you're going to get too much air in there, but just open it up, pull it out for a second, pop it back in. If you do that a few times and go back to it a few weeks later and use it, you'll find that the formula's dried down a little bit and makes it easier to use, and you may then fall in love with the formula. Not everything is I'm going to love it right now. That being said, I've got an eyelash that's curling like this down. I'm not even going to try and fight that because that'll end up a disaster. I actually don't mind this. Like I said, it's not earth-shattering, but it's better than their Colossal Bounce, for sure. And it may end up going into rotation for one of my more used ones at the moment. Sorry, I am having to drink to lubricate my throat. I did pick up, I forgot to use it and it's too late now. I did pick up one of these tools that are to help, I was about to try and pull the lid off, that is it. Rubber tools to help do eyeliner. I'm not a big eyeliner on my top lid because of how hooded they are, but I'll keep that on my desk because I'll try that another time. What are we thinking? I mean, this is a lot. I think I should have just stuck to the peach in the L'Oreal product. I am really keen to try this. Like if I cover that bit there and you just look at this part and not how intense, it's quite nice. I love this eyeshadow. This eyeshadow is a standout product today. I'm not sure, this base, if you are struggling and you are probably a bit patchy and dry possibly at the moment and want something that's quite emollient to use on your skin that is flexible, this stick could be quite good. I don't mind it at all. The bronzer for me was, the shade that I got was definitely too warm, but I could go over that with a more neutral powder bronzer to set it down. But this is I think this is a nice light medium coverage with flexibility. It feels really flexible on my skin. Is it going to be long wear? Probably not, but 100% I would pick that if you are after a stick that feels balm-like. For a lot more affordable price, I would pick this up 100%, 200%, 500% over the Anastasia deodorant stick foundation, which is absolute trash as far as I'm concerned. It is just not for me. What do we think? What do we think? The more I'm looking at my lashes, I'm really liking that. So, yeah. I'm really happy with my eyes. That eyeshadow. The mascara, gorgeous. Not sure about this serum primer. What happens with some products is that I really need to give them a really good thorough road test. So again, use this balm stick with a different primer. Use that primer with really reliable products that I know work. So then you can give them a true test. I haven't done a roundup of products this year at all. Haven't done anything where I've gone back and revisited products that I have reviewed on this channel to give you long-term thoughts about them. Because sometimes products that I haven't particularly loved on first use, I've ended up loving. And then sometimes products that I've just gone, oh, yeah, great. I've ended up going down the track, oh, yeah, not real sure about this. Or, oh, no, don't like it. Charlotte Tilbury, what's it called? Unreal Skin Sheer Glow Tint. I was blown away with that when I first got it, how I used it. I've only used it a few times since, and each time I've used it, I've gone, right. Do you want me to do a roundup, a long-term roundup of products that I've used this year? If you do, please let me know down below. Let me know if that's something that you would be interested in. But what do we think? Sound off down below. You know the drill. Don't forget to tell your mum, tell your sister, tell your friends. Come along, hang out, like, subscribe, all that jazz. Make a comment down below. It really helps with the algorithm to push this channel out into the community. Also, don't forget the Mature Glow is live over on Substack at the moment, once a week, delivered to your inbox. So link is down below in the description box. Until next time, my loves, take care. Bye. Mwah.